Alright guys, here it is, the 1985 Isuzu Trooper. I was asked by a few of y'all to do a up-to-date build video. I've probably got a gazillion photos and over 100 videos of this build that's been going on for about 3.5 years now. So I'm trying to do some editing and get all that squared up and posted online. But until then, we'll do a quick walk around and get you up to speed real quick. So under the hood, we got rid of our 1.9 four-banger, and we put in a Mercedes OM617 5-cylinder turbo diesel. Had to ditch a little metal on the core support to squeeze in that big Mercedes radiator. We've got a 84 C10 power steering pump, and I still need to work on my AC compressor bracket. This is South Louisiana, so that's a necessity down here, and I'm gonna somehow in that mount incorporate a way to mount this fuel filter housing, because it is not supposed to be hanging like that. I've got a little tidying up to do, but I'm trying to put a few miles on it just to make sure there's no issues and I'm not ripping apart nice cleaned up wire harnesses and all that good stuff to trace problems. Underneath we've got crossover steering and high steer kit, and I went ahead and did the high steer spindle on the passenger side, which can be drilled and tapped to accept the upper mounts on there. This is all 1-ton tie rod ends. We'll take a quick look underneath and get you up to speed on some of that stuff. So behind the OM617 is a 4x4 Labs adapter housing. They're definitely a solid choice if you're looking to do this swap. I would check them out for sure. Behind that we've got a Toyota 5-speed and dual Toyota gear-driven transfer cases, thanks to advanced adapters for their clocking housing. And if we come behind there, we've got a low-range off-road horse collar that bolts up to the rear transfer case, and that's a cross member. I've got a temporary one under here that I was just kind of slapped it together before I got this horse collar. So that's coming out. We're going to do a skid plate under here. I'm waiting on a pinion flange to accept a Toyota driveline. That's kind of brings me up to this front axle. So obviously, as you can see, we ditched all the IFS suspension on here for this Dana 44 HD. And I was under the impression that I had a standard Dana 44, and I didn't. So standard Dana 44, and I'm pretty sure that applies to the 35 as well. It's going to be a 26 spline pinion, and this has a 29 spline, which is the same as the Dana 50 and Dana 60 as well. So we're waiting for that to come in. Up front, I've got some 50-inch springs, and they have a good bit of travel. I'm pleased with them. And in the rear, everybody's favorite, the 63-inch Chevy springs. And we got a nice kit from Low Range Off-Road with big shackles and all that. We're also working on some onboard air. I've got dual Vire compressors mounted on the inside fender well, kind of keep them out of the trail debris. Extend their lives a little bit, if we can help it. So next big thing is probably some 488s in the front and the rear, and air locker. So we'll take a look at the inside real quick, get you up to par on that. Got a Rad Designs triple stick kit, pretty sweet, simple install. I did have to rip out the transmission tunnel to fit this 5-speed and dual transfer cases, but my factory seats were pretty blown out, and somebody had done some terrible repairing with liquid nail. You gotta love it. So I ditched those blown out seats and found a nice set of Range Rover seats that pull apart. So, I mean, hey, can't turn down heated seats for 50 bucks. Inside, we've got our switches for our ARB air locker and compressor. And as far as the gauges go, nothing fancy. I was able to locate a bezel from an 86 Trooper, so I could squeeze in these 3 Bosch gauges. And I've got a boost gauge and EGT. other than that, I'm working on getting a few other videos edited and posted, and hopefully by the end of the month I can get this thing on a couple mile trails on a friend of mine's property and make some good videos of that, and we'll see where this thing gets us. Thanks for watching.